So 3 years ago, I became a dad of twins, and my kids have proven to be one of the most wonderful and yet one of the most taxing experiences of my life. I love my kids more than I know what to do with. At the same time, they can be exhausting. I had no idea how long they could cry. I had no idea that they could get away with such little sleep, and that they could sleep on different schedules all the time. And you know, I think that first year I was probably averaging about 3 hours of sleep each night, and that's inhumane, I think. It's been exhausting, and it's been a journey, and I think I've learned a few things on the way, and one of those things is that I just have to expect tough times, that as a parent, that tough times come and it can be pretty rough, and just knowing that ahead of time I think could be helpful. I've also learned that it's okay to ask for help, whether from like my pediatrician, my partner, other community supports. There's help out there if I'm willing to ask. Sometimes I just have to be willing to ask, with my pride getting in the way sometimes. So another thing that I've learned is that it's okay to take a break. My kids sometimes would cry, especially when they were a little bit younger, endlessly, and I didn't know why. And it was okay if I put them in their crib for a little bit and walked away so that I could calm my own feelings down. And I think I would stay close enough that I could hear them if they needed me, but they were okay. Another thing I learned that I have to remember is those things that I used to love. I love to run. Perhaps you love to bike, or you like to play basketball, you like video games or reading books. Whatever it is that you love to do, sometimes you need a break, and sometimes it's okay to remember those things that you love. One of the most embarrassing things I've learned as a parent is that my kids can mimic the things that I do, and they tend to do that more than even listening to the things that I say. My son likes to parent my daughter, and he will tell her to go to her room or something like that, just like I would tell him. And you know, that can get embarrassing in public, and so it makes me be aware of kind of the way I act in front of my own kids, whether I'm okay with them acting that way. And maybe the hardest lesson I've learned as a parent is that perfection is a myth. There's no such thing as a perfect parent, and so I've continued to try to be okay with just being a good enough parent.